Hi, I'm Holliday, and this is Chloroform and Chillz. I'm on my boneless couch. I'm in my pajamas because last night I watched the Maternity Instinct documentary. Yes, this is a Yap Sesh. I'm not going to be yapping here long. I took off for Juneteenth. Yeah, I never work on Juneteenth. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, I always relax. So here we are with most likely, if this is Saturday or Sunday, one or the two uploads, a random upload, and then we'll have another episode on Friday. But I took the time out to watch this documentary and I came to yap about it because I feel like there was a lot of what's going on here? So this documentary is about a woman named Taylor Parker that basically is obsessed with attention from people. Yes. And she's basically a fraudster, I guess you can say. She definitely tells many lies. And the documentary starts off with telling the audience a little bit about her life, her background, who she is, about how she's great. And honestly, the lies for Taylor started very early. Started back like I think in high school because she was trying to basically, actually not even basically, she was okay catfishing men online and asking her friends for basically nudes to send to men. Isn't that crazy? Like, girl, at that time when she was trying to do that and when she was catfishing men, she was overweight. She got weight loss surgery, lost all this weight, and then more lies started to come from her. As time went on, she met a man named Wade Griffin. She sought him out. She wanted the attention that he brought because he was a real cowboy, well, a real country boy, I guess you can say, whatever that means. And she wanted the attention that he was getting. So she basically lied her whole relationship to him. And the relationship starts off in lies and ends in all the truth coming out. Say that Taylor has two children and both of those kids are not in her custody. She gets her kids every week or every other week. Kind of weird to see that a mother doesn't have full custody of their kids. I don't know why that is. That's just society for some reason. So I feel like that was a red flag, but that's not where the lie started. She didn't lie about being a mother. She lied about being this oil heiress, and her family had all this oil in the South, like a little bit farther in the South. I don't know, North Carolina or something. I don't remember. Okay, I'm just yapping. It's crazy. So she lies about having that. She gets with this man named Wade Griffin. At first, he's liking her. He's digging her. She is really getting involved with him. She brings up that she has this money from her grandmother and her grandfather from all this oil, and her mother is trying to keep it from her. That's one of the lies. Her mother is trying to keep it from her, and her mother is working hard to fraud her and say that she's just this horrible person that doesn't deserve this money. And out of nowhere, in their relationship, Taylor is like, oh, well, I think I should move with you for my safety because I don't know what my mother is going to do to me to make sure I don't get this money. Okay. Okay, that's kind of like quick and fast. So she moves with Wade, and then after that, she basically comes up with this huge lie that, which is continuing on the lie that she told Wade, is that she's going to get all this money. So she creates a presentation for Wade's family to show them like what they're going to do with the money when she gets it, X, Y, and Z. And she also even produces fake bank records, and she actually does go down to, I think, a real estate agent or a bank to try to purchase land, and it's about like $20 million worth of land, and she was going to put 4 million of it on this loan that they were going to take out, and they were going to make money off of the land, but also she was supposed to get $8 million from her family. I think the red flag were there because it goes a little bit deeper because this is a true crime doc. True crime can be like money cases, but usually true crime ends with like some murder. But it goes on from her saying that her and Wade are going to buy this land for $4 million once she gets her $8 million from her family. And then I think she buys the mom a car, and then the car is repossessed because she wasn't paying it. And it's just like, that's kind of weird. But Taylor called the mother saying that it was a recall on the car, and the mom decided to call the dealership and say like, hey, is this car like have a recall on it or anything? And the dealership tells the mom, Wade's mother, by the way, that no, this car is being repossessed for not paying it. So the mother thought that was weird, and the mother started digging. And also Wade's family and friends started digging about Taylor too. So as the family keeps digging, that's when Taylor's ex best friend comes into the picture, and she tells them like, yeah, Taylor's a fraud. She's lying. And right at that moment when the cell is about to fall through for the $4 million, out of nowhere, Taylor's pregnant. Taylor's pregnant, and she tells the whole family. The whole family is like happy and congratulating her. But Taylor's best friend is like, there's no way she can be pregnant because after Taylor had her first 2 kids, she got a hysterectomy. Girl, that's when Wade's family really starts digging into her and they start asking Wade, like, hey, you need to ask her these questions so we can have some clarification of what's going on. And Wade is like, no, she's not lying. She's pregnant. I've seen her. She's pregnant. But then something, I think, starts scratching at the back of Wade's head. And he starts asking Taylor questions and she starts blowing up. And then she says, not verbatim, because this is all from off the noggin, y'all. She says, I am going to show y'all that I am pregnant and show up with a baby. And she was adamant about that. So what do y'all think Taylor does? Taylor decides to hit up an old friend, acquaintance that she did photos for, and she finds out that the friend is pregnant, acquaintance is pregnant. Taylor goes to visit her one day, and it's so odd because it's the same day that Taylor is allegedly supposed to be induced. Yes, I left out a part. Taylor was pregnant for 10 months and Wade pressed her on it and said, I want to go to your next doctor's appointment. And her next doctor's appointment, she was supposed to be induced. So on the day she was supposed to be induced, she went to an acquaintance house who was 36 weeks pregnant, and she attacks her, cuts open her stomach, and takes the baby and the placenta out. Gotta let that sit in the air for a minute. Then she drives to the hospital as if, well, actually, she's not on her way to the hospital. She's on her way to meet her husband, even though her and Wade aren't even married. Whatever. She goes to try to meet up with Wade to show him that she did have a baby. She ends up getting pulled over by a state trooper. The state trooper's like, what are you doing? You're speeding. She makes this whole scene by calling dispatch saying that she needs help. A state trooper trying to pull her over. She just had a baby. And that leads to her ending up at the hospital where the police come and they ask her, so where did you get this baby? And she keeps lying. Taylor keeps lying, saying that she had the baby. They pressure her into doing a pelvic exam. The doctor comes in and says out loud, not once but twice, no baby came out of there. Yeah. And then after that, Taylor is arrested for murder. Yeah, she actually ends up killing the acquaintance, and then she ends up killing the baby from taking it out of the mother's stomach too early. And Wade is questioned after she is arrested, and he, in the interview, says, like, my family was right about her. And then he goes on after, not even in the interview, but in the documentary, he goes on to say that he never loved Taylor. And it made me wonder, why are you doing this then if you don't love her? Right? Why are you letting her stay there? I guess he thought he was just being a good man by supporting her because she's pregnant with his child. She was lying the whole time. And his mother even said, like, everything that's going on is kind of crazy. Now he sees that, yeah, Taylor was lying. And also, I think, even though he didn't say it, he said that he didn't love her or whatever. But I'm gonna be honest, I think he was waiting and staying for her money. I think he wanted the money and the land that she was about to buy. But this is a documentary on Netflix. Please go watch it. It's really good. It will have your jaw dropped several times. My jaw was dropped several times. They even mentioned also that she was very obsessed with Wade and keeping Wade. And even when her children would visit, she would still be obsessed with just Wade. So I don't know what this man had. Maybe he had some good dick. I don't know. But she did everything she could to keep this man. I think you could have been with him fine if you just, like, I don't know, didn't lie, tell the truth of who you were. I actually thought I didn't hear about this case or didn't know about this case. There's a few cases I don't know about, but I actually did hear this case before on a podcast. I just can't remember the podcast because then I would go tell you to go listen to that episode. But seeing this documentary, that was crazy. You lie about a pregnancy for like 9 months. Well, first you lie about the money you're going to get, and then you lie about a pregnancy. And then you kill a woman for her baby. And then you kill the baby because you took it out at 36 weeks. Oh, I forgot to mention, she's on death row right now. Yeah, so she went to court and everything, and they sentenced her to death. And she's one of the 6 women on Texas death row, whatever. So she is going to die there. She already did a couple of appeals. They didn't go right. They said they're going to upkeep the court's decision to put her to death. I think that's going to be a great day. I don't think no evil should be on this world if you think that you can make all these lies. And then you killed a woman and her 36-week-old baby. You took a woman from her husband. And also, the medical examiner that testified at her court hearing said that she would have been alive for every cut. Whew. I really had to get up and yap about that because everybody kept talking about looking at it, seeing it on, like, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Everybody talked about it. I saw it, and now I'm going to tell you to go see it. But yeah, this is just me yapping. Unfortunately, I do not have a Lego set of the week because I was celebrating Juneteenth, but I do want to redo our wanted person of the week, which is Najee Williams. He's 27 years old. He is on the run for 2 counts of murder, allegedly, and possibly more murders that they are investigating, but he's been on the run for a while. If you can give information to find out where he is, they're giving you 20 grand. $20,000. And also, this is in Philly. I think Philly needs some eyes because only 1 in 4 felony murder convictions happen here. And the missing percentage is even lower when it comes to finding people. That is my Yap Sesh number 2. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Bye.